And alright guys, welcome back to another video on the David Hammond YouTube channel. Now in this one guys, we are speaking of spinning plates, okay? Now if you guys are unfamiliar with what this means, super simple guys, as a man, if you are speaking to multiple girls at once, this is essentially spinning plates. Now this concept I got from the book called The Rational Male by Rollo Tomassi, okay? It's an amazing book, and actually you guys are the ones as subscribers who have recommended it to me. And actually, I was doing an Instagram live maybe about a week ago, and one of you guys were like, you know, what's your thoughts on spinning plates? At that point, I had no clue what it was. Later that day, listening to the audiobook, I found out. So, spinning plates, like I said, oh, we got the water. Which I know you guys have a hit or miss with this, but now, like I just said, guys, if you are unfamiliar with what the term is of spinning plates, like I said, it's essentially the analogy he uses in the book is almost like you think in the circus, they have these like sticks and then they're spinning plates, like they're throwing it in the air and they're catching it and they're essentially spinning plates. So balancing woman, theoretically, or the analogy is the plate. Each woman is a plate, and of course you are balancing them in perfect harmony, okay? Now, should you do this, okay? As a man, should you do this? The short answer, guys, is I think it depends. I'm not against it, nor am I for it. And the reason I say this is because, like I say many times to you guys, in life, it's not so much what you do, it's who you are when you do it. Now, I think many times spinning plates, or essentially being a player, kind of talking to many women at once, I think a lot of times this can be very detrimental and hurt men, but I also think, on the other hand, it can really dramatically enhance men's entire lives, whether this is in marriage, relationships, just being single. This can really help. Now let me explain first off why it can help, okay? And then we'll kind of go to the latter. So why it can help, guys, all right? I know it's getting a little darker here, but we're going to run it. Why it can help. What you guys first must understand to the most basic, primitive, psychological reason inside a woman's brain, okay? I mean, really this is humans, but especially women. We as individuals, if we know we have something on lock, right? Maybe you have a skill set on lock. You know for sure you're going to eat the same food every Monday, or you're going to get the same, bonus every single, day at the end of the month. If you know you have that, there really is no hunt. There's no rush. There is no really incentive because you have it in the bag, okay? Well, now with women, it's the exact same thing. So the issue with a lot of long-term relationships, or in the book, it's known as LTRs, long-term relationships, is that a lot of times women understand that, I got the man in the bag. Let's say you're the boyfriend or I'm the boyfriend. I got this guy in the bag. There's no hunt, there's no chase, there's no incentive. I know you're going to be here tomorrow, the day after that, the week after that, the month after that. And especially with women, guys, you must understand that their main driving force as far as attraction goes is really just feeling that chase, that hunt, that almost unknowingness. All right, men were a little bit more, I don't want to say reserved in the sense, but, our focus is more so like our hunt is with our mission, is with money, right? Where with women, a big part of it is with her man. And this is just biological. It's no one's fault. Excuse me, guys. It just is what it is. And if you guys wonder why I drink water, because some of you guys get mad, it's because usually I eat, I burp, so it helps me, okay? So if you guys don't like when I drink water, give me a break. Now, here's where spinning plates can all come full circle. Okay, this is going to sound kind of crazy, guys, but one of the biggest driving forces and factors, and by the way, we don't do this to manipulate women, but I need to preface it by saying this. One of the biggest driving forces and factors with a woman being attracted to a man or not attracted to a man is something called competition anxiety, okay? Now, essentially, guys, women are hypergamous, which means they date upwards on the scale. So they're going to date men who are high-value men. This is the entire reason I have this channel, guys, to help you, myself, become high-value, self-developed men. Now, with that said, guys, if a woman is trying to, let's say, attain or chase this guy as their rock, their stability, there's a good chance that she's not the only woman. She's not the only girl. In fact, there are multiple girls, and that is competition anxiety. You can kind of think of it like survival of the fittest in Darwinism, right? Literally the most primitive basic of biology. So she is going to fight, right? It's almost backwards. We think we as men, we fight for women. A lot of times, guys, believe it or not, it's actually the other way around. She is going to fight and try much harder to win over that man. This is why you see when women like men, sometimes they bend over backwards, and I mean like they'll really, if you guys notice, they'll really go out of their way to impress this man, whether that's wearing certain things, doing certain things, where you can physically tell, why are you doing this to this guy, but to this guy, you wouldn't give a shit. Well, of course, it's because there's competition anxiety towards being hypergamous to that man. Okay, we understand that. Now, here's the thing, bringing it full circle. When we as men, like I said, if we don't have multiple options, okay, if the girl's got us in the bag, in her mind, this is almost going to kind of sound bad, but in her mind, she almost doesn't view us as a high-value man. Because you got to think of it, guys. Remember how I said that high-value man is, he's got that woman? The reason he has that woman is because he has many women. So in a woman's mind, guys, a high value man is a man, and this makes sense, who is able to get many women, where a low value man is not able to get many women. So in her mind, if she has you in the bag, that kind of signifies that you're a low value man because you can't get other women, right? If you're a high value man, no matter what, biologically, if you're married, if you're in a 1 year relationship, a 1 week relationship, if you are a high value man, you are able to attract many women, period. It doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your ethnicity, you're this. High value men attract many women. Low value men attract very few women. So spinning plates as a man signifies to your woman that you are a high value man. Because the reality is, guys, is that we as men in these relationships, we can attract many women, but we tell ourselves and we believe that, because I'm with this one woman, I have to shut off all other options. And that is backfiring on us because that is now telling our woman, right, that we're a low value man because we can't attract women. When in reality we could, we're just choosing not to. So I know this sounds very backwards and almost like, David, are you telling us not to be loyal and to be promiscuous? That's not what I'm saying. You must understand. And here's where initially I disagreed with this, but then once I really listened to it, I understood. Spinning plates doesn't mean you have to be sleeping with all these women. Like, let's say you're married or you're in a long-term relationship like myself. Spinning plates doesn't literally mean you got to be hooking up with all these girls. I'm against cheating, guys. I'm against promiscuity, just unnecessary being a man whore. I'm against that. But spinning plates can mean you still have other options as a man. You can still talk to other women. You can have women friends. You're not just locked off mentally and emotionally to this one woman, because if you are, in her mind, she thinks you don't attract other women, you are a low value man. So yes, spinning plates as a man can definitely help. Of course, if you're single, by all means, do whatever you want. This is more so if you're in a relationship, maybe you're even married. Spinning plates biologically can help because it signifies to your woman that you have options, regardless if you're married, in a long-term relationship, or single. I'm not saying you have to sleep with these women. I'm not saying you have to be promiscuous, but spinning plates essentially meaning just being able to talk to other women, having friends that are other women, to show your woman via competition anxiety that you have options, therefore bringing it full circle that you're a high value man. I know I just spoke of like 30 different things. I really hope you guys are able to keep up and understand with what I was saying. Now, that's where it can be an amazing thing, and I 100% agree. I understand the biology behind that. It makes perfect sense. If you can utilize spinning plates to a safe, healthy advantage for you, not out of manipulation, you're not doing this to cheat on her, to be promiscuous, that is not what I'm saying. But if you can do it, of course, if you're in a relationship. If you're single, hey, buddy, do whatever the fuck you want, okay? Spinning plates can help, absolutely. Now, when can it not help, okay? I kind of just answered the question. What I don't think is appropriate and beneficial at all, and I don't think this is really what Rollis Massey says in the book, but I believe this is kind of what some men get the impression of, is I don't think you should use spinning plates to purposefully degrade and manipulate women, whether that's cheating on her, whether that is, talking to other people just because you can when there's really no benefit and it's just putting her down. I think, like anything in life, there are pros and cons. And if you were using this merely for the power, right? With great power comes great responsibility. And here's the thing, guys, when you climb up the ladder, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, when you climb up, you will objectively be able to attract more women. Like I said, you guys are becoming higher value men. You will, period, be able to attract higher women. So that's amazing for a woman to see, but you don't use that to manipulate. Like what is it? Spider-Man's uncle, right? Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility. And I mean that, guys. Just because you may feel that you can talk to all these women, doesn't always mean you should. Some of the most successful men in the world that at least I look up to, they have wives or they're in relationships. And yes, even Jordan Peterson himself, be attractive to many women, but just choose one. Now, I'm not telling you guys to get into a relationship or get married. That's not what I'm arguing here. But I just think that a lot of you guys sometimes, just because you can spin plates, you abuse it. And because you abuse it, you literally ruin the relationships you have. And yeah, look, man, maybe it's great because you can talk to 4 or 5 girls. But by doing that, guys, manipulating and using that, you've now lost the one who was actually there supporting you the whole time, right? It's kind of like when you let money get to your head and you ditch all your old friends. Sure, you could, as you're raising the value, hang out with all these friends, go to all these parties, all these cool places. But if you're using that and manipulating that and ditching the good friends you have now, dude, it's just not going to be beneficial. So at the end of the day, guys, I know this is like all over the place, but really it comes down to the middle ground. You as a man, yes, spin plates in a healthy, sustainable manner where you're letting your woman know objectively, whether you're in a marriage relationship or not, that you have other options. You're a high value man, and that will create competition anxiety and essentially just let her know, wow, you're a catch. You're a high value man. I'm attracted to you. That will keep her attraction to you. It's amazing. But Do not manipulate it. Do not be tyrannical with it. Trust me, trust me. You know, even me now, guys, this may sound a little kind of like, I guess, irrelevant, but like, as my YouTube channel grows, as money comes in, as more attention comes, I understand that more eyes are on me as far as women goes. And I've been with my girlfriend for about 3 years now. I understand that objectively, as every day goes by, it gets easier and easier for me to talk to other women. I get that. And she understands that. Like, she knows that I can speak to other women, and that's fine. That's encouraged. That's what I'm encouraging you. You have other options, and you make that very known, right? That's okay, because that's what builds self-respect. But I don't manipulate that. I don't abuse that. I don't use it to ruin and burn the bridge that I have, because I understand that she's been there when there were maybe none, or I didn't have the subscribers, or I didn't have anything really pick up. And in fact, I was way lower, okay? So that's where I'm going to finish it, guys. Is spinning plates a good thing, or is it a bad thing? I think it's both, and I think it can be both. I think you just need to objectively understand and decide why you're choosing to do this, and whether you're doing it to benefit your life or you're doing it to be tyrannical and manipulative. Because if you're doing it to be tyrannical, man, trust me, it's gonna bite you in the ass, and it's not gonna be worth it. It's not, and this is evident. You guys understand this, okay? So that's that, guys. I hope that made sense. I know this was a long video and all over the place, but it needed to be said regardless. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all of that. I really hope this made sense. I know I spoke in many different directions, but bear with me. Rewatch it if you have to. If you guys are interested, there is always one-on-one coaching to improve your health, relationships, find your passion, serve it to the world, becoming a self-developed man. One-on-one coaching with the workshop, guys, where I take 15 to 20 of you men per month and I coach you. We're doing May's workshop right now. We're crushing it, but there's June and July open, and then there is the self-development course. Again, you guys are loving it. All to become a self-developed man. All right, guys, that is it. As always, there is now merch down below, so super dope, guys, and I'll finish it there. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. Go crush it. Use this to your advantage, but do not manipulate it like anything in life, because with great power does fucking come great responsibility, and I need you guys to know this now while you're climbing this ladder, because sometimes it gets too late, and man, and you just want to be careful. And maybe I'm saying this to myself too, right? Just be smart. What would the best version of you do? And you'll be okay in my book. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much. Until next time. Peace.